I'll start
Oh
recording.
my god, wait, no, put your arm back down. Put your arm back down. No, put your arm back down. I like hide in the shadow.
We going?
Soon.
Are we live? Oh, I'm gone.
We are.
We're live?
We're live, kids.
Hey.
Hello, internet.
That's right.
All
And he
right.
was born of the shadows.
All right. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for Chris to say that he's logged on because I know he really wants to watch.
Yeah.
So,
Be like, get on.
what
we're
was he
live,
said?
dude.
I'm gonna get my pizza rolls and a beer and watch
Yeah.
the entire thing.
Do we introduce
Oh my
ourselves? Like, hello, my name's
Nah,
You
my
can.
name's
I will.
Alan Schneider.
Hey,
No,
you don't
I
have
I
to.
was born 2022.
2022, yes.
You mean 2021?
I traveled back in time
You
to
don't have to.
stop Nazis.
We going?
Yeah, we're still going.
I'm gonna jump forward, but not far
We're
enough.
also live
Yeah,
for a
I'm
minute.
stuck.
We're good. Internet.
I'm also
All right.
Mickey Mouse.
We're ready. Dude. Let's go.
All right.
Hold on, let me put my
Wow.
phone.
Woo!
Text your friend and get him to hop on in here.
I did.
Slip into the DMs real quick.
He said he's gonna be posting stuff.
Send it to your boys.
Yeah.
I just sent it to mine, so.
What if we all just don't play and we watch the stream?
We
No,
watch
just-
it.
Then we have to change the category to IRL stream. People literally, have you seen those? Like they're like walking around like a downtown city with like a camera.
It's
No.
IRL.
That's
Hanging out
it's
with
like
your friends,
literally
and
there's
it's
like
all
figures
just
that's what
on
it
it.
was.
I clean off
Tim
the
Jackson,
gas.
he does it for all the Disney and like all that stuff. He gets paid so much money.
I wish I did.
He also gets like free like trips to Disney World and Universal.
What?
Like he was there for
But I want
Galaxy.
that
He was
job.
there for Galaxy's Edge. Oh, yeah.
Yo, how long
You wanna know
have
my
you
intro's
send the
gonna be?
link, Jared?
Welcome, ladies, gents, and all you lovely chaotic neutrals.
Ah,
That's my intro.
That's not true.
Uh,
He said it's true.
What's he doing? Okay.
I'm a chaotic neutral.
Make sure it
What are
works.
you trying to say?
Wait,
Wait, Catch is
I'm
neutral
chaotic
good?
Oh, no, I'm chaotic good.
That is a
I'm
lie.
chaotic.
He is,
Neutral.
he is neutral good.
So
That
You
is
don't
a-
understand his
look, it's us.
backstory, but there is a good intent in there.
Okay.
It's
Let
not
me
like
see
it's wrong.
Yeah, I
We're
guess
on,
that
like,
having a
what do you
good
call it?
intent
But it's
does
streaming.
change it.
Okay.
And right
Don't
here,
have a
I
good
can
intent at
like
all.
right here, it'll say like
Just
drop
kinda give a shit
frames.
for himself.
So far, it's good, not bad. Like that's
Okay,
green.
I accept
That's good. Been live for a little bit. 60 FPS.
Noise.
It's using 2.3% of my CPU.
Not a lot.
CPU. No. 2%.
That's like
2.2%.
2.2% of his entire CPU.
2.3%.
A
You
bit
see,
Noise.
look, we're moving and stuff, or
Hey.
let's be showing
Do we
you. There's a
introduce
little
our
bit of a
characters,
delay,
though?
but other than that,
Everything's
Did we introduce our characters? Or
I
do we
mean,
just
they're on.
Yeah.
pop in?
They're on the screen. Oh no, hold on.
Or
I
like
didn't,
say
what's
who's
his
who
name?
though.
That's fine.
I think that's okay.
I
don't
can
think we need to
explain
go into
myself.
it.
The creepy cephalopod in the bottom left.
And there is no Argus.
I don't have a character. I'm just sit here
I'm
and
just- yeah,
talk.
I just sit here and cry openly.
Oh, I know why. I know why I did it because I changed the location of him.
Where is he? Is he gonna slide out from the
He's
bottom
supposed
and
to be
cover us?
Peek, peek out at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's my
I keep
character.
banging myself against Dennis. Get out of here.
Dennis.
Dennis.
His name's Dennis.
His name
Dennis
is
is the
Dennis.
raw.
Dennis the
Dennis
Menace.
is awesome.
Dennis.
His dice.
It's my dice.
Boom.
It's my dice
There
box.
he
Ah,
is.
there you go.
Hey,
Okay.
there.
Wait,
There.
Chris made it?
I don't know.
Oh no, there's his picture. Okay.
There's his
Okay.
picture.
Cool. Everyone's kind of on screen.
Now everyone should be on. I'm on screen, aren't I?
Everybody's
Yeah,
on screen.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Any
can-
viewers?
chill.
Even yeah. I
If you lean
got
back,
two.
we won't.
We got two.
We got two.
But so you can like
viewers.
jump in.
Oh,
the
guys.
front.
It's probably
Jump in.
Caroline and
I mean,
Chris.
you just lean back and always
Guys,
see
light
hats
up
come
the
down
chat.
table.
Light up the
Chat in
chat.
the chat, kids. All right, kids.
That's my buzz. I'm ready.
Let's go ahead and
All
get
the movie
started.
videos.
Woo! So, you guys were all put to sleep at the end of the last session.
And
I
then
magic
magic
discipline.
Just sleep.
I know you can't, but this is a rather
It was magic sleep.
His magic is stronger than your magic to resist, bitch.
this. See, the thing is,
We all know it. We all know it.
you get all your magic from the Fae.
This is the only cool
Descent.
book I have.
This
Come
guy
on.
is this guy is a Fae, basically.
That's my only good racial trait, guys.
I have Fae ancestry.
You- where do you think that
They
came
won't
from?
be able
A
to
Fae.
handle it.
Who is this boy? He's a Fae. All right.
They have no idea what's going on. They're like,
No,
who's
they
the
do.
Fae?
Fast.
Okay.
I cast fireball.
Okay,
I don't care
so
how small the room is.
you guys.
Ask
how big
Ask
the room
DM
was.
how small it is. Did
So
I?
you guys just kind of begin to wake up the next morning in your beds.
I have another one.
Though Laszlo and Logan, you both have some wounds. You know it wasn't a dream. You guys both still have some pretty nasty marks. You guys have the effects of a full rest. By the way, long rest.
Jesus.
Woo! You guys are all
And
set.
you were there?
Thank
I
goodness.
still haven't been touched.
That's what
But
she
your spells
said.
are
That-
off.
yeah. There's no mess.
Not to anybody.
Jared skewed in some.
Oh, there's the chat. There it is.
Oh, it's Carol.
Yeah.
Yo, Caroline.
Can't stay but have fun.
It's Ed.
Who's Rogue
Alcanor.
Titan? Alcanor.
That's Chris. Okay.
Rogue Titan.
You
There
don't
you go.
noisily sit.
All right.
Perfect.
Hey, Chris, how do we sound? We sound
Yeah,
good.
we sound good, Chris. We sound pretty good according to the bar. We're in the green. a
According
little
to
bit
the
of yellows.
interwebs, we
As
sound
long as we don't like
fantastic.
fucking scream, we should be alright.
Okay.
Oh, that's not going to be good. We scream a lot.
Well, you do. But there's a buffer on it. It'll be
Naturally.
alright.
All right, Jared, scoot it up a
Yeah,
bit
we
more.
should probably keep
If I lean
talking
in, I'll be
to a
good.
minimum.
I'll just lean in.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's be kind of.
So yeah.
It'll be better once we get another webcam. Sponsor us.
yeah.
Nintendo, give me free shit.
Nintendo, I will. What will I do?
I don't know.
Tell me
Masturbate and cry.
Also,
I will.
Hell no.
also plug all this art was drawn by this man right here.
Yep.
Freaking awesome. If
It's-
you
The
should follow
headshots
it.
are coming.
You
Don't
should follow
worry.
Instagram.
DN Doodles. Shut up. I had to make a really easy one.
There you
But
go.
it's DN Doodles.
DN
With an
Doodles.
N, capital D, lowercase n, DOODLES. There you
Nice.
go.
Spell that again, I'll put it up.
Ah, you will. It's capital D,
Hold on.
N,
I can hear you as clearly as when you told me that my child is cursed. I can try.
He's
I
fucking
will
ranting
contact
about
Mr. Beast.
What'd he say?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Mr.
$10,000
Beast is going to sponsor us.
I'll give $10,000 to the first guy who jumps off this cliff. Okay.
Okay.
Nerve.
I'll jump off a cliff for real for $10,000.
Hold on, what is it?
I'll do it for
D,
free.
Lowercase d. Wait, capital D, lowercase n, D. Capital D, second one, I guess. OODLES. There
Nice.
you go.
On what?
404. I forgot the last bit. Doodles 404.
On what?
On
Like
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Insta.
Now that on my other dice.
Woo.
Chris, read all the notes that Edward has and put them in the chat. Because I know you can see
Put
it.
it
I know
in
you
the
can see
chat.
his face. Put them in the chat.
We're all streaming it.
Yeah, we all just have
Oh,
it.
You guys can't read this.
Nah, dude.
I can't even
You
read
can't
it. It's
read
right
it half
here.
the time.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
It's, joke's on you. I have terrible handwriting.
Joke's on you.
Alright,
I'm
where
a
were we? Good, good.
You guys are just waking up the next morning in your beds, feeling the effect, like, you don't feel better. Though there are visible wounds. Laszlo, you got straight up shanked in the back.
Do I still have bullet holes?
You do, right?
Bullet dents?
You got
I have
some,
a bullet hole.
Are they dents?
you got some, like,
He said
well, it's a shotgun, so
yeah,
it's
so
like a
I
bunch
look like
of,
someone attacked me with
I probably have a scar. He did like 33 damage.
What
Yeah.
are those
My
hammer,
shoulder-
those meat
those little
tenderizer?
scars.
Yeah,
like
looks like somebody-
all over me.
exactly.
Meat tenderizer.
I have a
dents.
faint memory of someone trying to rip out my throat.
That was real.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, you all
You
wake
see
up
the
in your own
scar?
beds.
I still have a bottle of lycanthropy.
Thatch,
Wow, I got these scars.
Thatch, you wake up on the floor in Laszlo's room.
God.
Or you wake up on the floor in Dayrod's room.
Oh, and I'm alone.
Am I in the bed?
You are alone.
That's kind of fucked up.
You're in the bed.
He wakes on the floor, how in the bed, chilling. Oh.
I wake up with my glasses on or off.
They're on.
Room for one
Oh,
more.
That's vision blurry. Cool. Fun.
I don't know. What are you doing in your room?
That's a reasonable question. Let's go outside. I'm awake.
Yeah,
Being
I'll
alone in the
probably
room
also
with
go
you
down
is-
bed.
Well, what do we do? I'm just gonna come with you. Feel
Yeah.
better. Where's Ari?
Ari's
Ari?
sitting, crawls out from under the bed.
Oh, there you go. I can pick him up and put him on my shoulder, wrap him around.
He sort of purrs a little bit as he
There
rubs
we
his...
go. There we go.
Dragons can purr.
I'm so glad.
Chris said something.
I'm so
He
glad.
said I could be
Say
silent
what
when
he
anything
says.
happened in his world.
It's D&D, Alan. Open your mind.
Expand your mind.
The more you know. The
You
DM
know
has all the
nothing,
power.
Miss Yaz. Nothing
This-
hits the Miss Yaz.
They aren't rules as much as general guidelines.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you guys all pull yourself awake, and as you guys kind of all exit your rooms, Draco also exits his room. He's fine. He didn't get touched. the
Oh
entire
yeah, that's
night.
right. Motherfucker wasn't even there for the combat.
Exactly.
No, he was
Somebody
there.
forgot
No,
to
he
do
wasn't.
anything.
He just wasn't eating
He was
fucking
watching.
thaumaturgy a chair out of nothing and sat down and
He hired us to do stuff.
He did hire you.
Not to do
Actually,
that.
no,
though.
he didn't even hire you.
No,
He said he'd
pay you guys extra.
I want double for that Dreamland sequence.
Yeah.
Though. That's some bullshit. That's overtime.
I got hunted by men.
Some of us got literally shot.
I got shanked in my back.
I almost got turned into a werewolf. This
He
is
kinda-
so traumatic.
so close.
He looks pretty fantastic right now, and he just kind of looks at you guys and says, "Well, does anyone have any idea how we got back?"
I fell asleep. I probably was pretty tired. I mean, that was a pretty long night, but I don't know how we got back. That's all. Last thing I remember was
I
the
suppose the stag prince here.
That's the last thing a lot of
after
people
he got
remember on the
rid
show.
of
Yeah, I remember him shooting something.
Yeah.
Yes, he shot the arrow, but then did he put us all asleep and bring us back?
Yes.
It might have been something to do with the game and how it was set up.
Yes, something like
Oh,
that.
that could have been it.
One
They got there a
Oh,
different way than us.
shit.
Yeah.
Quincy's in the chat.
Quincy
Well, let me blow that chat up for a sec. I can't really read it.
Yeah. Blow it up so we can read it. No, I'm gonna get mom.
Can I zoom?
Make a bugger.
There we go.
we need to.
Can you guys read that better?
Oh yeah, that's way better.
There we
Oh,
go.
thanks. Oh no, no Quincy and
There are NPCs in the background, yes. Oh,
Yep.
We're gonna take a quick break here for some technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties. No, it's fine.
You are banishing children.
No, we'll wait.
My mom starts yelling. But
What time is it?
How was your shit?
I mean, what's 7:42?
I wanna die.
waking up,
7:42.
Laszlo. It's approximately 9 o'clock in the morning.
Keen
Keen
mind.
mind.
Oh, I forgot I had that.
I forgot I knew everything about the key.
I forgot my brain.
It's about 9 in the morning. And Draco says, "Do you think it's safe to be out and about now?"
I suppose.
Let's go. Well, I mean, we could just go check.
No,
We
the
can
game's,
check
the
the
game's
fifth
probably
fortress.
over now.
Chris said I see the NCNs.
Even though I don't know where.
background talking
Yeah,
about
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like we're good to do stuff now. I think we
Season
killed them
order.
all, right? Or did
Why
we not?
don't we go look at the portrait above the fire?
Yeah, I think that's a good
They
idea.
went on about it, but I still don't understand
What
the paint.
Yeah.
What's a
What-
paint?
The paint.
The one that he came out of?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was one over the fireplace.
That had a-
Even if they-
stag dad or whatever.
Yeah, if it's the stag
Yeah.
prince, then it's all good.
Okay.
All right. Well, also, you think they have a continental breakfast in this place?
I doubt it, considering they hunt
That would be
people.
really nice. What
It's
if
most likely human flesh.
What if it is human flesh?
We
though?
had stayed in my
you want
cave.
me to?
We would
I
have
mean,
had
no.
a continental
No, I know.
breakfast.
Why were you interested?
What?
Let's continue.
You asked if he was humans.
Like I didn't say if it was humans. You said
Yes.
it's probably humans, and I said that wouldn't be too bad. And then you accused me of cannibalism. I was merely making a guffaw. Let's continue.
I guess. I mean, I'm not.
Cannibal.
I know I'm
Interested in
paying
which
you
one.
all, but I'm
They all-
gonna take the back seat on this
It's
one.
okay, he's not little.
Whatever you guys think is
He's just tall.
whatever you all think is right.
Chris
I'll
is just
follow
like-
you.
Well, I mean, we should double check, make sure everything's good, and if it is, then we can go on our merry
Oh, also,
way.
yeah, shout out to Chris for that awesome painting idea that Edward stole. We're giving you credit.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah,
you put it in
credit
the
for
chat,
this.
so let's shout it
Credit
out.
for Chris.
Yep.
It's freaking great. That was
F
a
in the
great
ch-
arc.
F-
I
F-
have
F-
respect,
F-
stack,
F-
pay
F-
respect.
In my
F in the
creation.
chat.
Glorious.
Chris
You
is
got
writing a
wrong.
book.
Yeah,
So,
lots of us are writing books.
we are.
Oh, that's good. I like how you made it readable.
Yeah,
Angry midget.
dude.
I am still illiterate, but I can counter read from this distance.
You're welcome.
Keep up,
Chris.
Henry, dude. This is limited edition.
Henry.
By limited, I mean literally limited buffs.
So, what are you guys doing?
Steal. It's 9 in the morning. We're looking at the portrait.
What happened to the little one?
Let's go.
I suppose
Yeah,
he
where
went
did the
to
gnome
his
go?
totem.
I have not the slightest idea.
Like, did he get?
He was
Well,
a part of
right
the
away on the
order of
stag?
men.
I'm
they
sure
had-
he's
no, he,
fine.
I'm sure he
Well,
passed out like the rest
He
of
might
us.
have.
Wow.
He's not
He
here.
never said anything about an
And
order,
he
did
did
DM?
sleep
He never
here.
said
He
anything
did.
about
You
belonging to an
guys
order.
He did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I told you.
Shut up, Keen
Keen
Mind.
Mind.
We get it. Suck it. You
Did we-
suck it.
Did anybody see him before we blacked out.
I saw him.
He was with us in the cave.
Yeah, I saw him.
Okay.
Saw him fall over.
But he didn't
That
do
was
much
Do you
with
think
the
that-
stag talking.
Well,
he
we don't
didn't.
know where we ended up. Do you think he went back to the last place that he was sleeping?
Yeah,
Which
but if
could
that
have
were
been.
the case, he would be in a cave or something, right?
It is
No,
not where I
no,
sleep,
no,
it is
before-
simply where I stash my paintings.
Do you sleep?
Really?
Okay, cool.
The pain is
The pain of sleeping?
difficult to deal with.
Oh.
What?
I didn't-
Anyways.
What?
Anyway!
A task.
We
Why
all
don't
made
we
it.
go and look at the portrait and then we'll...
I agree.
Yeah,
I
I think we
agree.
should, but
It'll be easy
I'm
to figure
assuming it's not
Oh, yeah.
the wolf anymore.
It should.
Unless that whole
Wait.
German coma was for nothing.
Exactly.
So someone,
Back in the portal we go.
so someone
Yeah,
took the
another
painting
exit.
from my cave. I must
Well, we don't know.
return.
We don't know.
If he took it though, then what are you gonna do? Steal from the stag god?
I've stolen from greater entities than he.
I don't believe you.
I don't ask for your belief. Simply for your toenails.
No.
Ah,
Alright, it was worth a try.
No.
I mean, no.
I'm
Why
just
would I
gonna
do
start
that?
walking out to
Huh?
look at
Yeah, can we
the.
just go find the
I'm,
painting?
I'm walking out with
Walking out of the hallway.
Thank you for the clothes, by the way.
Oh yeah, just
Nice.
wanted to
glad
make
walking
sure
around
you
the
weren't
room.
naked
Still
for
define
hours.
Walking out of the hallway, the first thing you see Argus taking point, walking out into the sort of atrium area. It's very bright, much brighter. Obviously, there's sunlight streaming through the giant panes of glass. It looks much friendlier in the daylight. First thing you see.
Well, Chris wants us to clarify who we are.
Oh.
Oh yeah, sure. Go for it.
I'm the disgusting little lanky boy
Raise your
in
hand.
yeah,
You don't need to do
He's
that.
right here.
yeah, I'm
This is
Thatch.
Thatcher is
I am-
also.
Well,
What's
we
your
give
name?
it,
Just give
oh,
us
my
a-
name's Henry. That's Buford Bonnick III, who goes by Thatch.
The full intro, please.
Yes, he. Oh,
The full
oh,
intro.
okay. Buford Bonnick III. My friends call me Thatch if I had friends, but I don't. And I also assumed that rodents would call me Thatch if they could talk, and they do, but they don't. I am 7'2", or 7'1", and I weigh 220 pounds. So I'm a walking stick.
wow.
Who's next?
Who's
We
next?
should went around in order, but
Yeah,
Argus.
I just kind of.
Argus.
Oh.
Argus, you go next.
I'm
we are-
August. August Islandell. I am a sorcerer, chaotic good, and I am 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, and I have a beautiful little gold pseudo dragon that sits on my shoulder. His name's Ari.
Logan.
Oh, it's me.
Logan.
I am Logan Bannister, the human bard. God, I almost said human rogue. Human bard. I dress fashionably with my nice, beautiful rose-tinted glasses, and I sing amazing songs and make everyone feel good. Next, I guess.
Derek.
Me? On
Jay?
top? Yeah,
TJ?
I'm this guy right here. I am Daraj Stormfoot. I am a totem warrior barbarian, and I'm hailing from a red dragon clan, even though I'm a bronze dragon.
I'm Alan.
Next we got
I'm
The man
Laszlo
right
the
here.
Bane, a warlock. He's 6 foot, I think 170. Yeah, it's a warlock. That's all you need to know.
You're a half-elf,
That's all
right?
we get to know for
That's
now.
all for now. You keep watching.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
there's,
you'll
there's
figure
some
it out.
stuff that
There's
will,
some ambiguity,
surprise
as all
you.
good
Keys are
plots
cool,
have.
says Chris.
And then we have our DM.
Thank you.
who
Wonderful
has to
DM.
lead
Yes.
forward.
Yeah.
You changed the rules.
Like a good DM. But his stories are really good.
All
So,
exceptions
very good
make the
stories.
rules.
Very good rules.
Hey.
There we go.
Anyways.
Someone to make the rules.
So we're looking at this. We're looking at this
Right,
painting.
yeah. Are
that's
we looking?
lit up.
Can we see the painting now? Is
We
the
all right?
sun streaming on it?
Alan just, you guys are very good. Alan says, yes, very good rules. All right, yeah. So as you enter in, the first thing you see, Argus specifically, you see a long table that was not there the night before, bedecked with actually a lot of very, very fine food. There is also a bag, which you recognize,
Oh, my
sitting
stuff!
on the table.
Oh, thank goodness!
Trying to find
There
my
is not a
body.
blowjob happening.
Oh, stop touching me! I don't feel comfortable with this.
Got it.
You can keep going.
Yeah.
They can still, they
my
can still see you.
stuff!
We were
They
just
can
trying to
see
find
you
a
behind
best.
me. You're alright.
Awesome. My stuff! Finally! And I run over, and I'm going to actually run back to the room, exit stage left.
Alrighty. Good
My
deal.
stuff put on.
Get your
Hell
stuff
yeah.
put on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bow chicka bow wow.
But as you guys go to investigate the painting, the first thing you see is it's over. The fire is still roaring. You see the painting of the stag prince.
Wait, no, I have a pencil.
Painting of the stag prince has been returned to its place above the mantle. And the other thing you notice as you look at it, there is a what looks to be the remains of another picture frame actually in the fire.
Well, no, it's good.
Is the creepy desk guy still there, or is
We
he jolly
killed the
now?
bartender,
He's
correct?
He's gone.
He's
Okay.
nowhere to be seen. Aldred is nowhere to be seen.
I think we killed him.
I mean, we killed a lot of people.
We might have killed.
I mean,
No,
in another sense,
see,
they were trying to kill
Clarify,
us.
there is
Was
no.
Graves the only person
They
that we
deserve
not
noticed
here, sorry.
when we walked in that was in the
I
arena?
mean,
thing?
ghosts, they deserve it.
That you saw, yes.
There
Okay.
is no
Him and the-
bartender, correct?
No, he's not a bartender.
Oh, there's
he's
no
a,
bar?
Like clerk.
Well, there's a-
Oh, is there a
desk
bar?
clerk.
Is there a bar?
No,
There's
it's
a-
like a desk.
it's a
But
desk.
is there
It's a
a bar?
No.
Is the
It's
question.
not a bar. There's
It's like
I'm just wondering
there's
if there's like a little, like a little bar where the
There's
guy and the valet thing. So it's.
There's nobody around.
It's just us.
I'm gonna go over and check out the little trapdoor
Question is
area.
what happened to
Yep.
everybody else that was in
And
the
see
game
if
that we
that
didn't
is still
kill?
there or open.
You're going to check out the trap door. The seals that were around it look as though they've vanished. Opening it and looking down, just looks to be a wine cellar.
No, like dangly bodies or sad chains.
No.
Huh, this
So we were
place
like
is-
in a pocket realm.
Or a-
Interesting.
or like
Well, this
all
isn't the
referred-
way you entered through the.
Right, but we
into
saw
the
the
portal.
captives that were there and something.
Yeah, he.
So,
Yeah.
because you were in there.
I was there.
What type of
So,
food is
like,
there?
The cellar's empty and not evil anymore.
Well, it's not empty.
So, I mean, it's empty of chains and
Correct.
evil,
Well,
which
it's not
you told
big
us about.
either, I assume.
So, I mean, there's wine. Do you guys want wine? I can grab
I
wine.
have
definitely want.
everything I need, and I pull out one of my little vials, pop off the cork, unscrew one of my things on the side, plug it on the side. So on my, can I explain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
go
my
for it.
Plague Doctor mask, I have these two little valves right here. So I undo one of my valves, pop open a cork, like it has a little like thing, clicks, and I just turn to the side, and you see the liquid, this kind of black murky liquid, just kind of drain on the inside.
And you're asking the important questions.
Clark it, screw back on, and kind of melt back into my chair that I have found and decided to sit in.
Yeah, there's actually a couple of big comfy. There's two big comfy chairs sitting right in front of the fire.
So if that
Thatch is
said
like playing
no,
the one.
there's some pretty nice wine down here. Any for the rest of y'all's? Because I'll take it from me.
Go for it.
I
Cool.
walk back in at this point.
Yep.
And I'm in my fine set of clothes.
I see Argus right before I pop my head down, and I'm like, yo, you want wine?
Yeah, bring me up some.
Cool. And I pop my head down.
Alright, what's the food?
So
Ooh.
it's pretty nice. There looks to be some roasted birds. Some pretty fine bread, kind of laid out. There's some different varieties of soup and other kind of fine things. There's also some pitchers with what look to be water, and some different types of juice, maybe cider, cider of different varieties.
I'm gonna actually kind of explain what I'm wearing.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so previously on Tainted 20, I was in a
On the
loincloth because I was captured, and so I was trying to find my stuff. I now have my stuff. I come back out, and I am in a fine set of robes. I have a signet ring
What
on
color
my.
robes?
Huh?
What color robes?
I mean, there's artwork.
I mean,
Yeah,
It's dark.
Blue, black.
It's
Dark
plum.
Dark
It's
black.
plum purple.
it's plum purple,
Hell
and that was it. I said purple, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plum
Purple. I have a signet ring on, as well as you can see hanging around my neck is a large medallion. It looks like a silver dragon grasping a gold orb in its mouth, and it's head on. So you can see like the horns and the teeth coming around it.
Make sure to do that stuff.
And that's what you see. I have my satchel on my back now too.
Question.
Yes.
Are the birds like full birds, or are they like cut up birds? Are they
They're like
rotisserie
it's like a
chicken?
rotisserie chicken
Okay.
style, except it
gonna-
looks to be like turkeys and pheasants.
I'm gonna lift up my hat and let Penelope go up the back end of one of the birds.
Describe it.
I take 3 loaves.
Yes,
and I
please,
put them in
Chris.
my bag.
I sit down at the table and I set Ari down and give him a whole chicken too.
So Penelope is she's not really, or he is not really a familiar. He's just kind of a little messenger companion
My
kind of thing I
mutual
have.
companion.
So he's this little
Yeah,
little
so.
sparrow. But in one of the previous sessions, we learned that. So I fed her a mushroom, and so or his beak what's it dislocates. And he has
Unhinged.
unhinges, and he has like human teeth, and then this little like eldritchy tentacle tongue, and he likes to eat fingers. So I give him lots of fingers all the time.
It's a hellion beast.
Yeah, that's just an explanation about Penelope. So I just sent Penelope.
She lives under his hat.
Yeah, he lives under my hat.
Sorry, yes.
After 10 minutes of
That's
struggling,
a big thing. Yeah, there's an explanation, but yeah.
after 10 minutes of struggling to push him like a wine barrel up the stairs, I finally like pop it up and I'm like, okay, that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. But wine for you. I'm lightheaded. Need to work out more. And I just like pop a cork out of the side and pour in some like wine in 2 of the glasses that I have. So
I will
hand
take a
you
couple
one.
loads of bread for the road. That's what I
Go for it.
How-
Yeah, I'm taking
Is
some
it-
rations for the road as well.
is it like
Is there like a
decent-
small
it's red
bird
wine,
that I could
I'd say.
take with me?
So
Yeah,
just red
there's a
wine.
little pheasants.
Pinot Noir.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
I'll
Tito
eat some
action.
of the birds as
So
well.
yeah, in total, if you guys, there's about enough on here for probably, I would say at least for all of you, total 5 days of rations for each of you. So
So
how
just
much?
put in 5 days.
So it's 5 days total than what you eat now. Yeah, if you each want to take roughly equivalent amounts, you'd have about 5 extra days of rations. It's a
I'll
pretty
do that.
decadent spread.
Nice.
I'll
I'm
be
taking that.
I'll have
So
some
what am I up
water
to
as
now? I think
well.
I'm up to like
Because water's good for you.
Yes, fill in your water skins too.
Yeah,
That's-
Yeah.
Can I make my way to outside? Is there like a courtyard or something?
Is it literally just empty then?
Yeah, seems to be.
Can I head
pretty
outside?
deserted.
I want to head
Should
outside.
we just move on after we get our rations?
Yeah, why don't we just keep
Can I
think
find
that
the
it's
room
been
that was that
completed.
guy with the shotgun?
I think we're nothing
Can I
else
try to
is
find
here.
it?
Try.
of
Yeah.
value.
I'm gonna try to find the room with the
This
guy
is
with
what
the
it's nice to
shotgun.
have.
Roll investigation.
Eric or something, he'd be like sensitive.
Is it sensitive? Is there anything left?
Ah, that is a
First
natural.
nat one of the string!
Yeah! First roll, first nat one.
You don't even remember
Hell
which
yeah.
hallway he walked towards when he left.
Well, I'm gonna find. Well, this is gonna. Let's
Leave
just
it
gonna-
nat one, so you're not
I'm
gonna
gonna write a
miss out.
series of
Why don't we
notes
go in the
leaving
room and start
embarrassing.
going for Draco? Like, go
Yeah,
with
Draco's
it.
somewhere, isn't he?
He's with you guys.
I'm-
He's eating some breakfast.
I'm gonna write a menagerie of notes of just embarrassing reasons for why they disappeared. Of like, I ran off with my Knoll lover, and I'm gonna leave that in like a room that isn't one of our fives. I'm just gonna sign it one of the names that I know of the people who are here. I'm gonna use my
Full names. Did you ever
And Graves.
You knew
We just do
Graves.
Graves.
Well, I'm not
You
gonna
know-
sign a full name. I'm just gonna sign Graves.
Oh,
I'm gonna,
Taylor's
I'm
closest.
gonna take a dagger and
I told you guys, but I don't think character-wise.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take a dagger and I'm gonna pierce it into like a wall somewhere, and I'm just gonna be like, no, I just wanted to leave a mark. Let's keep going. I couldn't remember what room was his.
Can I make
That's
my way
okay.
outside?
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
all,
yeah,
we're all
we're
you'll,
all
you'll
outside.
meet us outside. You'll meet you
Yeah,
outside.
making your way outside. Yeah, it's just kind of a road. It came up. There's not really a courtyard area. It's just kind of like it feels very much like a hunting lodge, which is really what it is.
Except the people hunting lodge.
Has it rained
Or it
recently?
was. Now
Hunting
maybe
is
it's
still the correct term.
There's actually currently another,
It's dangerous.
same as the day before, another light snow beginning to fall.
Chilly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I,
you feel no cold. You feel no cold. You feel no cold because leather.
I'm wearing
I don't know about you.
really
I'm like-
skinny
I have all my
clothes,
clothes
but I
and
don't
stuff
seem to have a problem.
You have the new cloak too.
Yeah, I have that new
Yeah.
cloak.
So
I-
Yeah, I can
We're
teleport
unsure.
20 feet in the shadows.
I'm just
yeah.
okay.
I hope we fight every light creature ever.
I wanna. Is there like a particularly shady
cast
spot
light.
that I can go to?
I
Is
mean,
there any like dark?
it's a little
corners?
overcast, so it's pretty. It's a little dingy
Okay,
outside.
I just wanna make my way to where there's some like
It's like
shrubbery.
a Bob Ross painting.
Kind of some
Just kinda
shrubbery.
Yeah, sure.
nice
And I'm just
mellow,
gonna kind of
cool
stand
colors
there,
outside.
kind of focus, and I'm gonna
Found
make
me
some
blue.
little like
Titanium white.
gross bulbousy black mushroom looking things
Yep.
kind of sprout up. And I'm just gonna grab them and I'm gonna put them in a bag and I'm gonna just start like beating the bag on the ground, kind of like grounding it.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I wanna
Logan
do
just
for now.
stands in the distance watching this, and he's like, he's in fucking sane.
And then I, after enough of that, I pop open one of the corks of my empty valve, and I take the I take the bag and I just kind of start squeezing it, and juice runs from the bag into the valve.
Yep.
Fill it up. Put it in my pocket.
Ah, mushroom juice. Slurpee.
It's his go-to.
He is a spores
That's what he
druid.
told me it
Go juice.
Go juice.
Thatch is a spores druid, for those of you who didn't know.
And he has to take a sip of that sweet syrup every time to keep his balance.
Hey, Montgomery in the chat.
And Quincy, yeah.
Will.
What up, Will? These are all my friends.
These are all Henry's friends.
Oh, we're so sorry.
I mean, Chris is watching, isn't he?
Chris is
Yeah,
watching
Chris
too,
is still
yeah.
watching, but so yeah, I just had my little vial. I made my way back over to the rest of the crew.
Awesome. Yeah, so you guys are getting ready to head out. Draco says, nothing else we want to do here before we head out?
I mean,
Actually, he
oh,
ducks back in really quick into the lodge.
I'm gonna follow him.
follow him.
I'm following that.
He
boy.
ducks back and starts going to the
What's-
counter,
what's
pulls
up?
out what looks to be a box, and he says,
We actually have this many
can
people
one of you
watching
break
this.
the
Oh,
lock
wow.
on this?
Let's
I
go.
use my sword and
Wait, let me see.
I
Can
can
I
wait,
read the
I
name?
can
It's a,
freeze
it's
it
a
first.
rapier.
Oh,
Okay.
free.
I'm
Ah,
gonna try to
dude.
freeze the
I'm just
lock.
gonna watch him with this.
Make
doing
a
nowhere.
charisma check.
Charisma.
Spellcast check.
Wait, can I use mage
That's a lot
hand to
of
do it? I don't know. a lot
You
of
could try.
people.
They're probably
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
What?
Do you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
like
like
frostbite
frostbite
and stuff?
as a spell? To
Quincy,
attack a
stop
lock?
putting stuff in the chat like that.
Yeah,
That's
Quincy,
mage-
what the hell
mage
is that?
hand can do
I don't
that.
know, but I know it looks bad because it says, "Do you
I
like
like
what you
chill
see?"
touch.
Yeah, Quincy,
Can
no.
I use mage hand on it?
You can try. It'd be a sleight of hand check, though. Well, actually, I don't know if you can do that with
With mage hand,
because that's a rogue thing. They can
This is
get
plus
sleight of hand
6.
checks with mage hand.
Isn't Mage Hand not supposed to carry things?
Yeah, he's trying to use it to unlock to get in and unlock it. I don't think it can be used. that
Who
way.
needs to unlock something?
If you have any like cantrips,
They
to
do,
just
I
freeze
think.
it.
Yeah, I have chill touch. So
Yeah.
Who's trying
Sure.
to Who's trying to
yeah,
get
you
into
can
stuff?
open and unlock container. You can do it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Unlocked.
yeah,
This is
that's
locked.
my bad.
Jesus.
Yeah. So going up, you kind of put your hand on the lock, send some crystals over it, and it just kind of crystallizes, and then just twisting it, breaks off. Draco says, "Thank you," and he goes and opens it, pours all the gold back into a bag that he has, and says, "I'm ready to go now."
What?
Oh,
man has
mage
not-
hand
has-
can hold up to 10 pounds. Thank you.
Oh,
5.
Ah.
It's 5 pounds.
You
You
know
don't
it's
have
10
to-
pounds.
Ah.
Is it
I
10?
love how
Oh, it's
after
10 pounds.
two-
Really?
Get out DM via
can't
online.
change everything.
Welcome to the online
Hey,
DM
welcome,
world.
welcome to
Yeah.
being DM'd online where everyone tells you how wrong you are.
Mage Hand can carry things.
A true DM knows he's never actually wrong.
It's
Well, there you go. Can we go now?
Do we sound okay, guys? Let us
It
know.
is 10, he
says.
states.
Yeah, do we sound alright to you
I'm
guys
sure
in the
they
chat?
can
Yeah,
hear
or
because
is
I'm
it,
talking
is
about
it kind of
nature.
like a Minecraft
When you
how
see
to from
that bottom bar, guys,
2008?
that keeps moving?
Yeah.
It's like our decibels. So,
Oh, okay.
We're,
you know,
we're,
green
we're
to
on
yellow
the
is okay.
edge
It
of
should
red.
be a little bit.
Okay. So tell us how we sound.
Alright.
We should probably not all talk at once, which we have a
Yeah.
tendency to
I mean,
do.
it's a microphone, so it's alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still
Let's try and
off.
keep it one at a time.
It's
It is
good,
good.
says Will. Thank you.
He linked
He
it!
said-
He linked it!
Yeah. He said Rule 20 compendium, bitch.
It's 100%.
We have the book!
You are a god.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
Okay, well,
Beat down Edward.
tenacity.
Okay, yes, fine.
Correct.
10 pounds doesn't even apply to this situation.
But now we know.
The lock is
And
broken.
no one-
The
Yeah, at
lock
least
is
when I was
dropped
squeezing
in.
that dude's balls, it was with 10 pounds.
Pounds.
I was right.
They
Pounds
burst.
of pressure.
Ah!
10 pounds of pressure on a man's
They
nuts.
squeeze
Yeah.
back into his form.
Floating it at us.
Oh my
Alright.
Christ.
Wow, like a pulp.
Okay.
Chris, we have the
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's Chris?
The
book!
hand can't
Oh,
attach.
I thought it was some random dude.
No,
Oh,
Chris
no.
is
Oh.
Chris is
Okay.
definitely the kind of person that would be like, this
No,
is wrong.
Because if you look at
Chris.
their top 2
Thank
comments,
you,
it's
Chris.
just penis and cum.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop reading the chat like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Don't read the garbage parts.
But
Read the
same
good parts.
person
Read the
who
good
just
parts that
helped
make
us.
Ed look wrong.
All right, we're off.
So he just casually pulled out a sack with a bunch of gold. He's like, all right, man. Now we're good to leave.
Yep,
Did
basically.
we
I have a random
steal
cachet.
from
So it
we
costs
just
me entire
robbed
profit.
They're cannibals?
I mean, probably.
All right, let's go.
Alright, yep, you guys leaving?
Yeah, you
Leaving?
take a right when we come out.
Those birds are probably out.
Well, yeah. Well, you
Okay.
go back the path you came and then turn right at the fort.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, and as you're walking, Draco says, it shouldn't be too long. I mean, it's only about 10 miles or so from here back to my estate.
Well, it's early too, so we should do okay.
Yeah, excellent.
We can
Yeah,
make
getting
that.
out is about 9:30, guys.
Yeah, we can make that easy. 10 miles.
Am I still getting bad
In
vibes
daylight?
off of him?
You never got bad vibes off.
From who?
But I got certain vibes off of him.
Roll.
What vibes
Make
do
a
you
check.
get off everyone.
7.
7. I mean, I can tell, but I
I mean, you kind of know what you.
kind of
You
vibes
think
you
you
like?
do already?
Yeah, I want to know where that vibe.
Are you getting vibes off of all of us? or is it
I know.
just-
Who
I know.
knows?
I know the vibe.
I'm so scared.
It's a general party vibe.
Yeah, it's
The
just
party is in a great mood.
Sense alignment.
Oh,
Sense alignment on. Nope.
Is it really? Is it just
No, it's
No,
not
it's
sense
not.
alignment. That's not a thing.
It's something.
I don't know.
I have something.
Backstory.
Thatch isn't the only one with secrets.
Yeah, Thatch totally isn't the only
I
one.
don't
who's
have
thinking
any
it's why
secrets.
I have
Secrets.
secrets.
That's just not any secret.
Literally,
Very
every
open press.
single one of you has like deep secrets that no one else knows.
It's
I
not
don't
a secret if
The
you
only
don't
thing is
ask.
I have no idea what yours is.
Oh, that's right. No
That's my
one
secret.
knows what I am.
I think you did
keep
something
forgetting
terrible
that.
in your
It's so
past.
much
Oh, yeah.
smarter than me.
Draco
You
and
did something terrible
No, he
at your
doesn't know.
school.
He knows.
And
Oh,
so
he
he
knows.
sucked.
I already
He
did
knows.
that. That's one part.
Yeah, that's one part. I only
Wait,
need
what?
one idea about
No,
the
I
other.
know what.
Actually, you
Yeah.
know,
There's
I know
the
what.
one I have the idea.
Oh, he does speak J-Con. That's right.
he's spoken to you, so
Correct.
he, yeah, you could ascertain.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
My quest is much
No,
more
no,
valiant than you would think.
No one else knows.
You're just some lizard.
They all think I'm lizard players, which is hype.
It's a valiant way you go about it.
All right.
We're off.
If we see anything interesting on
Thatch
our
deserves
ways,
pity.
EM,
He doesn't
Perception
want
check.
it, so he
All
doesn't
right,
act like
I'll
he
roll
should.
perception.
I'll assist.
What are we happening?
What?
With
Uh,
our perception check.
Do you get over 10?
Okie doke.
I got
Yeah.
a 16.
You did that
That's
turn?
Yeah, I got an
16.
over 10.
Alright,
I
I'll do
got
the
a
first one. It's a
14.
19
19.
18.
with
Go
the help of.
Daraj. Yeah, I mean, just looking
the
out,
guard.
it's a pretty chill
Gets on
scene.
your shoulders.
Are we in
Yeah,
farm country? Like it's just empty, like
it's
frozen
not-
over
it's-
farmland.
yeah, I mean, it's not quite farmland. You guys are just kind of traveling through, open sort of, you're on a road.
Right.
It's not a super great. I mean, it's a decent road. It's not awful, but it's just kind of a dirt road, crusted
There are
over a bit with
trees.
ice. There's some
Can I
trees.
observe the trees?
Yeah, they sure are trees.
Is there anything? Yeah, I do speak fluent trees.
Speak for the
Oh, for the
trees.
trees. Well, is there anything
Well,
wrong with
Lorax,
any of the
the fuck?
trees?
I mean,
Lorax
nothing
don't
wrong
count.
with them. I mean, they're just. It is getting towards winter time. Most of their leaves have fallen off, minus like the fir trees. But yeah, I mean, and you guys are in like the equivalent of like late November right
Okay,
now,
okay.
so it's
So
it's
we're getting
chilly.
towards the. We're working our way deeper into the cold season.
Yes, you are.
Cool.
And you guys are rather north as well,
All right.
world-wise, continent-wise.
Can I make a check to see if there are any weasel holes?
Oh my.
The,
Go for it.
Thatch is the Lorax played by Danny DeVito.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not
Thank
you, Chad.
Yeah.
no weasel holes. Damn it. I wanna ferret on top of having Penelope.
You can't just get all these familiars, Henry.
They're not familiars. They're just
If you get
pets.
more familiar, I want a
Animal
child.
companion.
That's only fair.
You want a child.
I still want a flume. That's all
I
I'm
want a prodigy.
I want an apprentice and
I hope you just walk into a
Oh,
castle
alright.
one day and there's like a little Mozart playing. Like, that's the
Yeah,
one I
I
want.
Like
Oh,
Will,
boy.
Will says kill them all, no balls.
Already.
Fireball. No.
A random fireball.
Will, I have killed exactly one PC. A child. There's only one thing worse than a rapist.
A child.
I'm gonna mentally tell Ari
He did it. Chris did it in
to
the chat.
watch Draco. I want him to watch him.
Watch out for it.
Watch him with your good eyes.
Beautiful.
He kind of nods. He says,
Read.
I know. I'm already on it. I got you.
I like
Yes,
I
we'll
like
never
it.
have any more sketch NPCs.
Can I go to one of
No,
the
dragons
fir
on
trees?
it.
Can I go to one of the fir trees?
Sure.
I'm gonna smell it.
Yep. Smells
Gonna
like
watch
pine.
It smells like pine. Do I see any sap?
There's a little bit of frozen sap kind of dripping out of a hole in it. Yeah.
The thing finishes unscrewing, and then you just hear an unpleasant crunch from the inside of the
like a
mask.
bone crunch.
Yeah.
Eating some sap. Yep. Getting some candy.
As I said, he's just not a person.
Do we like?
I think he's fun.
Or how much farther?
Fun,
Well,
yeah.
how long we walked
Not
from
a
before we
person.
I mean,
see
if
anything
you're
interesting.
taking it pretty slow.
I mean,
so I
sure.
mean, probably. I mean, if you're going real slow, like at decent speed, probably gonna make it there in 2.5 hours, 3 maybe.
Alright.
I mean,
That's
it's,
decent.
I think we
if
should
you're
just.
traveling a little quick, but not.
I mean,
too
I think we're traveling enough for people to kind of stop and do things like the
Have a
tree. So
mace?
we're just kind of making
So-
our way down.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
gonna
wait.
talk to
still
I'm
have
gonna
my
like slow
apples
down.
from
Wait,
the first
where is
session?
everybody in relation
Yeah,
to everybody
me-
else?
I have my 2
everyone's
apples
just kinda
and 5
moving.
Yeah, I'm kind of
I'm
like on the
My-
out. I'm not on the road. I'm kind of just
meandering
walking
around
between
us.
the trees
I'm
and
gonna
stuff.
step
kinda
10
off
yards
around.
off the
To
path.
Yeah.
Thatch, and I'm gonna be like, So, what brings you out and traveling around with these guys?
Why is he talking to him?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a woodsman, as they
Oh.
call us in the city, as the city slickers call us. And I was just at a bar for literally no reason. I don't drink, but I was at a bar and they came and found me. I don't actually remember why, but here we are. It's not like I have anything better to do. It's not really slave season, so here we are.
Interesting. You deal in slaves?
I dabble.
I feel like you dabble in a lot of things.
I dabble in a lot of things. Woodsman is a very broad term.
Yeah, for
He's just a
for
man.
what you dabble too. Experimentation, dabbling, yes.
Oh, a scientist, you say?
Kind of.
Human experimenting? I'm not a
You're talking to the
scientist,
wrong
but I
man.
dabble in that as well.
I don't know human experimentation, but some more of the magical elements.
Ah, interesting. My magic is very
Which is
specific.
fascinating until you fascinate me. I've never seen any magic quite like yours before.
Oh, thank you. It's
Just magic.
part of my...
Garage said it was dust magic, but I don't think that's quite accurate.
No, I mean, I have...
Shit magic.
I have things like these, and I go like this, and you see the air above my hand kind of starts to like particleize, and you notice that it's a bunch of little like floating spores, and I just kind of close my hand, and they just kind of disperse and kind of
That's pretty cool.
come towards me and then disappear.
They're
again.
kind of surrounding him continuously. Actually,
Yeah, if you
now that
focus-
he's shown you and pointed out
if
to
you
you, you can
focus
sort of
right now-
see there's little things kind of moving almost
Wow.
invisibly around his body.
That's fascinating.
I have names for all of them. I remember none of them, but they all have names.
Interesting.
Oh, they all have names, I said. Well, you're not here.
I'm a voice in your head.
Oh, oh.
One of the
One
many
of the many.
voices.
Yeah, one of the few.
I'm one of the
many.
particles.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you for asking.
Many,
No
many.
one's got trying to get to know me yet. I don't have many friends.
Yet we all call him Thatch.
Except you, they all call me that. Which I
Well, that's
appreciate.
kind of nice.
But it's, yeah.
But we're not
Thank you for
friends.
reaching out.
Of course. Yeah, we should talk again soon. That's
Yes.
very
And how
interesting.
is my little friend? I look over at your.
He's good. He's doing well. I think he wants another snuggle time with Penelope at
Yeah.
some point.
Oh, can I?
Go ahead. Yeah, there.
Oh.
I hand him Ari.
This is what does Ari do?
Ari just kind of puts his head forward and sort of bumps into Penelope a little bit, and he kind of bumps back.
Friend.
Yeah.
Put the hat back on. Thank you.
I was
It's
gonna
nice
say,
to see
how
you.
much weight
I
does
kind
he
of
support on his neck?
Yeah, I kind of hiss something at Penelope or no at Ari.
Yeah, and Ari kind of looks back at you and says, "Hello again."
I nod.
He doesn't usually take to people, so
I have a way with the beasts.
yeah, I can see that.
God, this is a weirdly nice moment.
It's so symbiotic.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Excellent. Well,
Chaotic, good.
I keep forgetting that you're a better person than I am, and that
I
is the
cured
worst.
you like Canthropy for no reason.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a bit of a reason. But
No,
Yeah, that'd be
like,
a
after
different
that, like Logan started to like actually kind of see you as a human and not a demon.
so
Human?
Whereas I
Bold of you to
was
assume
like,
he's a
yeah,
human. Bold of you to assume
There's
there's a
a
7
7
foot
to
2
kind of get the
human
lay of the
walking
land.
around.
Garage
Logan's
is pretty
used to dealing
chill.
with people
I really like him.
like I said, I haven't had quite a chance to connect with many of the other party members, but Vlad is very reserved. The one with the glasses, he doesn't like me very much. And I'm still waiting for a response on the toenails from Dayrod. And fingernails isn't very good at fighting.
Okay.
That is my take on our little motley crew.
Well, thank you for the
It's pretty
information.
balanced.
I mean,
Very
yeah.
balanced
You got him.
circumstance.
Yeah.
You are
fantastic.
talking very loud, so everyone in the distance is just like, "Yep, you got it."
yeah.
I
I did no volume control. Just yeah.
Excellent. Oh,
I
well,
haven't added that
also-
feature to my mask yet. Shouting.
well
Yeah.
My speakers are not working properly.
let me know if you need any help collecting anything or anything like that. I'd be willing to help.
If you need any,
Dangerous offer.
yeah.
Bold of you to assume you will not need help.
I can collect things mostly on my own of the stranger sort, but
If
if you
I
need
find
any,
anything, I'll let you take a look at it.
thank you. If you're in need of any herbs of any kind, you feel free to ask.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah.
I was
Thank you,
quite big into the herbs back at home, but
Oh.
my dad didn't really like that too much, so
They
Let's
never
watch that
knew.
movie.
That's why I skipped
bad.
on having parents.
that's one way to do it.
That is indeed.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yes.
Oh well.
Fungi isn't big on the nuclear family kind of thing. But,
Yeah, I can see that.
here we are. Look at me, I turned out fine. Who needs parents?
I hope you're right for more reasons than one. Okay.
This has been a lovely discussion. I
Yes.
hope to discuss other things in the future.
Of course, and I won't keep you from your foraging any longer, so
Thank you.
I'll see you later. And I go back to the
Bye,
rest of the
Ari.
group.
Yes. So as you make your way back, Draco kind of intercepts you, Argus, and he says, "If we could step back for a moment, I'd like to have a conversation for a moment with
Oh,
you.
of course.
How close am I? Do I hear
You
you
guys
say that?
can leave."
You bitch!
Oh.
You wouldn't like my private conversation.
It
wasn't
The DM hates me. I'm saying it.
Don't spoil it. Chat, don't do
Hey,
this.
you can't watch the stream.
Actually,
while
yeah, we won't watch the stream.
They're gonna be like,
Don't watch the stream. I'm only gonna drink.
All right.
Actually,
hey, my notes out, man.
Oh yeah. So, Argus, right?
Yeah, that's me.
You know, I can sense something a little different about you. And, fair is fair. I let Dayraj in on a little bit of a secret, and I think it would be good for me to let you in it as well. Fair is fair. I understand your bloodline. I know what you come from.
Do you now?
I mean, you make it quite obvious with that pendant, the tattoo, and the fact you have a dragon with you.
I mean, yeah, most people aren't super aware of things. You'd be surprised how imperceptive people are when they want to be.
Oh yes, I understand. I am. What?
Can you text? Oh my god.
We're streaming. Get out of here.
Did you text Brian that I can't work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because we're going out of town? And
Remind me later. I'll text him later.
oh my god.
Sorry, guys. It's one of our NPCs. So he says, you know, I have a bit of a secret to confess. I'm one of the brothers, if you understand what that term means.
Can I see if I know what that term means?
You
Or
know
what I know.
You would know.
Okay.
This is a term to which dragon folk refer to each other.
Yeah.
He says, now, what these gentlemen have been hired to do is to find my sister, who has gone missing. Although they don't know that she is not, in fact, my sister. I will keep who she is under wraps for now. I'll keep my intentions to myself, but she must be found to keep certain information from escaping, let's say. Dayraj is the only one who is aware of this reality. And I, for obvious reasons, need to keep a low profile. I could, of course, solve this issue myself. But I would rather... It's much easier to hire on other individuals rather than risk myself being exposed for what I am.
Yes, I can see that.
Yes, and your last name, Zilondel, correct?
That's correct. Zilondel.
The Zilondels?
Yeah.
I know of your family, or I assume adopted family. Not well, but I know of them. I try to keep abreast of all the other brothers that are about. And
You'd like my dad. He does the same thing.
yes. Oh, I'm quite aware. There's another one. He lives not too far away. He's the mayor of one of the smaller towns away. They met him, although he's a little sleazy. Green dragon.
Yeah.
Yes. But I just try and make sure everything. I want to make sure everything runs smoothly, and I feel as though you're close enough to the source here to let you in on this. The others, I may need to. We'll see. Dayraj is a brother, of course. I can put some degree of trust in him. Although the others, once again, I am unsure of. Both their trustworthiness with the information and, well, you've spoken to Thatch enough to see that why I wouldn't necessarily trust him with sensitive information.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to understand.
Normal social activity.
And I feel like like he said before, he's a pretty open book. If you ask him, he's going to tell you. Mainly because
A variance of what
Yeah.
you ask him, yes. Yes, that's what I'm rather cautious of. And I don't know much about Logan or Laszlo. Not enough to bring them in on this. Yes, but if more information is necessary, I will provide it. But for now, you have been hired on to assist me with this. And that is what this conversation will have been about, if they ask.
Very well.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'll go get the others.
Be right back.
Hey kids, you come back.
So this is my second time in this campaign. I was unable to come to the first one, so I've kind of just jumped in. This is the first full storyline. We were doing a previous arc before. So I'm pretty stoked that I was the first one to get a one-on-one session. Second one. Well, first one that I knew about.
Dayraj.
Oh yeah, well of course.
They're en route.
Alright,
Mr. Secrets are no fun.
you already know what the secret is.
Dayraj.
He said, Ed, do I have to leave? Chris.
You're fine.
Leave! It's actually too late. He hasn't left already.
So I don't know. We don't know how big the delay is.
I'm bad.
The delay is like a good 5-10 maybe?
Seconds?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So
Chris
that's
still just blowing up the chat.
No.
Try.
no,
Yes.
don't read chat.
I'll
Don't
read
read
the chat. It's actually not
Spam
bad.
the chat. So
It's actually no spoils, but
Yeah, because he's good. He's good at it.
Chris, I will actually murder you.
Chris, tell me everything.
I know
big
the
secret.
secret.
I will end you.
Actually, Chris already knows what it is too.
That's fun.
Is this another backstory thing that Chris wrote, actually?
We want to credit Chris for this entire campaign.
Fuck off! I worked so damn hard for this.
I worked so hard.
Chris for everything.
Everything
When
that
will
Ed
you
is just
learn?
the speaker of.
I know all the things.
Let's go.
I'll do it. Alright. So they reconvene
So
with us
they-
on the path.
I was actually
Oh,
going
Because
to
I assume
approach.
we don't stop. I don't
Yeah.
stop walking.
I
I'm
was
just
gonna-
reading in my book.
Even though I don't know where we're going.
It's only one road.
Fair enough.
I'm standing between them, kind of. And I'm like, hey,
Daraj and
Okay, yeah,
Daraj.
because I did not reconjoin on the path.
No,
I'm
not
on the
this
path
way.
in the
You were
first
never
place.
on the path.
You're on your
after,
own.
this is actually kind of while
Okay, well they're
Draco
gonna.
pulls.
Do you want them to leave or?
No.
Okay.
I mean, them to leave would mean that you three would know. That's
No,
not.
I'd stay here.
It's mainly about
DMCs
Draco. So
knows everything.
it's mainly about Draco, right?
That's fine. Yeah.
Hey, have you guys been getting good vibes off of Mr. Draco? Yeah, Draco.
Fingernails.
You're not
Yeah.
there.
About Draco. Like, what's your feeling vibes off that weird freak?
Well, he's in our employer, so I don't really care.
Yeah, but like,
He seems okay.
what if he ends up like sacrificing us to something? I don't know.
I don't get that vibe off him.
I don't get that vibe either. But
He
like,
seems perfectly alright.
I don't know. I don't know. He never helps.
He's an employer.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be able to do something.
Well, he is a noble. He can't risk killing himself and everything.
That would
That's
be
why
really
we're
cool.
here.
But that would make him a cooler guy.
They don't have to be cool. They're rich.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you
Name one
see him
cool
pick
rich
from
guy
that
besides Bill
Elon
Gates.
Musk. Why Bill
He
Gates?
did
Why
take
not
the
Bill
lead.
Gates?
Bill Gates
That
gives
also-
billions of charity.
I like
It's really
gold
cool.
personally as an individual.
Good
Must
person.
be
Good,
good.
good
Can you put
person
that
doesn't
on the
make you
bar,
cool.
Jay?
I think it makes you cool if you donate a lot to charity. But I digress.
He just doesn't really he's interacting with him now, which is more than he's interacting with any of us.
He's interacting with me.
Oh, well, no, he hasn't talked to me at all.
You're not very.
Important, I know.
I was gonna say interesting, but yeah.
I'm just kind of here. I don't know what I'm doing.
Where am I in this conversation?
Nope, you're off getting whispered in your
And
ear.
can I
Okay.
hear what they're saying from off the path?
Yeah, you can probably hear us, Thatch.
He wrote me a note and hasn't spoke to me since.
Wait, really?
We're not talking about bad breakups.
The note told me to be at the bar, and at the bar I was.
For the record, you did receive that from the guy at the bar.
messenger.
So he has never even talked to
Yeah.
me.
He kind of
So basically-
through somebody.
The role of what happened was this guy talked to the barkeep and asked him to find a woodsman.
I don't know.
Oh, so
Also-
you were like a proxy.
Yeah.
woodsman.
Edward, I think it's bad.
I'm not
explaining.
I'm not whining about that. I'm whining about the fact that
Yeah,
he
he's
saw 3 people who aren't really, except for you, physically capable looking and was just like, I'm hiring those
The man is
fuckers.
an intellectual. That's. You
This
seen
is
his
why
blast?
you are my apprentice.
I'm not your friend. Oh yeah, sure. I got like grass.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom.
But like, I don't know. Like, Duraj, sure, I'd hire
We
him
love Sheila.
if I
Shut
needed
up.
to save myself.
He's diversifying his team.
With us? I'm a
I
human
would
Duraj,
call us
though.
I'm not
diverse.
powerful at what I do.
You are, but how do you know? I don't know. You just something
He
about
has
He knows what
ability
he's
to
doing.
spot talent.
He doesn't
I mean,
take
but
away
of
you
course he
without
does,
being
but-
able to do that.
I don't know.
Your talent, we'll find it.
We will
She will
find it
find
eventually.
Currently, it is not much, but healing.
You have those glasses. That's about it.
Yeah.
You bring style to the party, and for that, we're thankful.
Thank you very much.
But other than that,
The backhand
he doesn't
compliment.
really. He doesn't hurt nor
Yeah.
does not harm nor help.
us.
He's
I mean,
paying
money
us
does help.
lot
He is
of
a
money.
perfectly neutral.
Do rabbits
Also, be really
hibernate?
quick. You're gonna like
No, they changed
No.
let me be a werewolf forever?
I just wanted
They just
to
live in
study
holes.
the effects of
Do I see any rabbit holes?
That's not studying. You can study in the wild. I
You
am
need
your
a
partner.
closer look to find out what.
Thatch helped me more.
Can
that
I
freaks me
see what
out. Thatch helped me more.
Laszlo is writing? Because I believe I read all of his
You
languages.
can read deep speech, I know that. What are you
What are you writing about? Curiosity. 'Cause
Oh, I'm
I think
writing
I'm
about
told
like
just,
everything that went down.
Okay, it's just like a diary of sorts.
Pretty much. Right now, it's just.
It's a field journal.
What
Yeah,
does deep
Oh,
speech
it
look
looks
like?
There you go.
Does it just look like runes?
Deep speech writing is just kind of like
Chicken
black
scratch?
speech from the Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Kind of like lines, kind of gross looking.
Okay.
Very inky.
I won't say anything. I'll just look at it.
And I just kind of like change it. Every once in a while, whenever I see someone like reading, I'll change it to like a different. Like,
What do you change it to?
Elvish.
God damn it.
Common.
I can
yeah.
read both. I can read common and deep speech.
Yeah. Now it's in Elvish since I noticed he's looking at what I'm writing.
I
And then I'm just
cannot
like-
read any of that.
I just my face looks very like pissed. I'm like,
Slowly,
the story ends at such a convenient part. I have to know how it ends.
I read
And then I'm like,
Elvish.
wait, this is.
Damn it! Now I got him.
I'm like, wait,
Hey,
this
you
is
want
my
to change
story.
it back to common real fast?
Hasn't been common since you read it.
Yeah, I
the first
know.
time.
Do you write about your own experiences often, or is it like a scientific thing?
Yeah,
because this
he's
is just about a lodge.
She's been doing this since I
A
met him.
lodge.
It's kind of like it's writing in an academic sense of like what my studies are and like what happened.
Like a
and how that
Jane Goodall
correlates.
version.
Yeah.
Like a
Question.
documentary of
Exactly.
What
just for
direction would the birds fly to migrate?
south.
Yeah, there's very few birds.
South.
We're
Even
in
on
the
a
north.
plane?
What?
On a. Never mind.
Like you're
Is the
asking
world a
magnetic-
globe? Are we on a globe?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Magnetic south.
I guess in D&D,
Which is
the
not
world
true
being known
south.
as planes kind of
Yeah,
does make it seem
exactly.
like they're flat
Yeah,
discs
that's
floating
what
in
I'm
the sky.
asking.
But they're
Just
not.
making
They're
sure.
round.
Hey, some of them have the end of the, you know.
That's true.
That
That is
kind of
cool.
cool.
I've seen those.
I've
Those
seen
are nice.
Alright, so we're still walking.
And checking his sources to make sure that it is a round
Yeah.
world and not completely linear.
It is
It's a circle!
That's the multiverse.
Circle!
That is the multiverse. Multiverse, everyone.
circles.
just like,
Before
Everyone,
Chris
we need
links the new
Chris.
image.
Chris is
Like,
like, hey,
the
wait a
actual
second.
one.
well, being your assistant, do you care to mind? Do you mind to share with me what you're tattling about?
I do
Edward.
mind.
Okie doke.
Sure.
I think
You people are hard to talk to.
Are we reconvening?
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are back.
Yeah,
I don't know
we're
how
back
long
in
your
this
conversation lasted.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah.
Ooh, that's the food.
Food.
Nah, it's okay. We can keep going.
I'll take
Just,
it.
you want to put it on the
Thank you.
bar?
I'm just gonna put it on viewer.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Mom.
Mom.
Get out of
Sheila.
here.
I said Miss
Oh! Oh!
Let the record show on the audio that it is Miss Sheila that I said. Just gonna point that out. Oh, wait.
Alright, are we there yet?
You want to be there?
If nothing
Does
else,
any more interesting? Does anyone have anything else to say to anyone?
I think we're pretty good.
Like to Draco or something? I don't know.
Or I walk.
So
there.
there,
Unless
there
Draco
wait, you
says
said there are very
anything
back-
few birds.
what
Are
do you
there
guys-
any birds?
Huh?
What did you guys talk about?
Not really.
Oh,
I mean, it's winter time.
we had to
When is it
figure out the
sick?
details of him adding me onto the party with the whole compensation and all that stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah,
so
that
you're
makes sense.
joining us.
Yes,
Ah.
he has hired me on as some added magical muscle, I believe was
I
the
guess
way
so,
he put
yeah.
it.
That actually
Because
makes
we
sense.
have very little physical muscle.
I mean, we got you.
You
are
don't know what I
5.
can squat.
That's true. We don't know his capabilities.
Catch this great axe.
With my face.
No.
I shall not catch your great axe, sir. Please take it back.
Press R to refuse.
Extra
As like the last thing, Logan kind
I
of
have to
like
pay respect.
walks. Is Thatch like back like wandering in the
Oh
forest
yeah,
again?
I'm always in the forest.
Logan's gonna like sigh and walk up to Thatch like off the beaten path, and he's just gonna like poke him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, just wanted to say, thanks for not letting me turn into a werewolf.
It only would have been temporary.
You would have let me die."
I only wanted to see what
Thank
would
you.
happen.
Should have been an
Yes.
experiment.
I don't know.
Yes.
It was nice of you. So,
Yes,
I hope you
it
didn't take it all out of
was.
it. Pretty good.
It was good of me.
Don't get so confident about it. It was one deed.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk back to the party, just like
Now what
Flustered.
would you
flustered
do?
and annoyed. Just like I thanked him. Why did I thank him?
Why am I doing this? Why do I do these things? I don't know why.
I just
you
wanted
do
to be a
that,
good
actually.
person, and now I regret it.
Technically, he's a better person. Than
He is. He is factually a better. Logan sucks. He's not a good person at all.
He's like a
You
pop
know it.
star.
He's a pop star, piece of shit. Yeah.
A Disney Channel pop star.
Oh,
He's Bella Thorne.
Oh, Bella Thorne. He's like the
Also,
Bella
this is
Thorne. Okay.
live.
The shittiness
Bella
of
Thorne
him.
ever watches this.
Yo,
At
no,
Bella
she's-
Thorne,
yeah.
fix your career.
No, Bella
That's
Thorne,
it.
I respect what you did. Release the
Yeah.
nudes first. So I can do it to you.
No!
How do you, girl?
Power.
Go on, Bella.
Respect.
Yeah, you should have had
Says
that already
goodness that
had
we
it.
only have 2 people watching
His
this.
moral like alignment is what I'd say would be
We actually had a
equivalent.
lot for a little bit.
Oh,
He
good.
had like 5.
Hey, high
One.
5 is like huge.
No, but his
Anything-
moral
was there anything
alignment
else,
is similar to like Freddie Mercury.
That's
while
how many
he was
people-
addicted to
Let's
all this
go.
shit. Like in the middle of
1,
like the
2,
super hard
3,
business
4,
life.
5, 6. 6 people? Okay.
Links, if
Yeah.
you're still watching,
We should,
hit up the chat.
Oh, that has been
That's
the only reason
I don't know,
have this.
someone's
I'm
got
very
named Links.
concerned that
And
that will
cachet
poison
hair,
me.
which is awesome.
He will.
So, yeah.
He loves you.
Hit up the chat if you're
did.
still
That's
watching.
why I'm-
Hit it with
Yeah.
a follow if you want to
Will do.
really see more.
Definitely.
We'll have 2 cameras next
On
time.
the first
Yeah, for
time,
sure.
Hopefully.
on the
If
first time,
Nintendo
Nintendo
sponsors us,
sponsor
yeah,
us.
Nintendo.
We'll appreciate it.
I will
Nintendo.
masturbate and cry.
No, we'll all wear Nintendo shirts. It'll be sick.
Yeah.
If you send them to
Or
us.
we
Or
won't wear
D&D
shirts.
Beyond.
or we just won't.
Yo,
wear
wait,
shirts.
John,
yo,
Dick,
should
and
we
Reagan,
get,
I'm gonna reach
The
out.
Dungeons
Golden
and
Forge?
Donuts to sponsor us.
Dungeons and
that'd be
Donuts,
cool.
sponsor us,
Dungeons and
please.
Oh my God.
What
It's
is it?
pretty
Right.
not hitting.
All right.
What?
Is that the-
All right,
Is that
Links, it's
all
okay. I
today?
don't take it personally. He didn't say anything. Or she.
But the first time that
Who are
Thatch
we
and
there?
Logan interacted, you
Yeah,
offered
we-
me-
If
Oh,
everything,
I
if
almost
everything
took it.
RP wise
Yeah,
is
it was
done, we
right.
I
can.
think we're done RP-wise.
Yeah,
For
we're done.
a little bit.
I think we're good for a bit.
So yeah, I mean the late morning passes pretty quickly, and coming on about 12:30. 12, 20, keen mind.
So exact every time.
exact.
1224.
He's writing it in his journal.
12:21. The voices won't stop. They tell me what minute it is every minute.
By the alignment of the stars,
My mind keeps counting through 60 seconds and it will not stop.
You read what his journal says, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4.
One
Talk,
One
tick,
Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
by the alignment of the stars and the moon, I'd say it's about 12:20.
Literally,
Alright.
rocket watch.
That
Alright.
wouldn't be a bad idea.
So yeah, as you guys go, there's another. The road keeps going, and there's kind of another little fork off to the side into a little bit more of a wooded area. Not quite, full woods, but more trees. Walking by woods on a snowy evening style, and kind of going in. There's a about 100 or so feet onto this new road where Draco's leading you. There's a black gate. And
Black Gate.
he says,
Lord's forces of war.
well, this is the entrance to my estate, as he gestures. There's a little guardhouse of sorts next to the gate. There's a figure standing outside of it, holding a spear. And on the gate there looks
do the talking.
there looks to be an emblazoned image of a winged
He owns a place.
looks kind of like a dragon on the front of it, but then
What color is it? Black dragon?
it's into the iron, so
okay.
it's black, but
But it's
But
like
you don't
empty,
know what
empty
it-
holes for
yeah.
light. Okay.
it's a dragon, and then but except its head isn't the normal lizardish look. It actually looks more like a illithid, kind of long tentacles streaming out from it, and
Interesting.
That's a little.
and Draco.
Great munchers.
I would like to draw this thing.
Go for it. So
I don't trust Clara, then. I don't trust Clara.
So as he moves, there's another. The spear figure kind of begins to move forward, and then seeing Draco, kind of comes at ease, and he moves up and he says, "Lord Lamare, I didn't expect you to return in such a
Write that
fashion with such
I'll write that down.
company."
You knew
his name already.
I didn't remember his last name.
Draco Yamare, LL,
Oh, Spanish last name.
MARE.
Double L.
E with an E with an umlaut.
An umlaut. You son of
Yamare.
Mario. Alright. Glad we have someone who's confident taking notes. Even in game.
Yes.
Bless.
I love. This is the first time I've played it. Took minutes.
Oh, I just.
Because the barbarian wouldn't remember anything.
No, we just don't focus on things as well.
It's just A-D.
I
Well, that
just
Wolf
don't
King
care.
stacker and stuff.
If I can't kill it, I don't
care.
care.
Just
Can I do it with an
We
axe?
don't know.
No, I don't want
You
it.
don't.
Well, if it does,
No.
can I like then have you
Right.
like?
Hit
Because you said
something
you'd like write down like
No.
what to
No,
do.
I don't want it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that
Edward.
I'll get. Yeah.
Oh, just
I can
one
give you any info you need with that because
question about like my spores. If I wanted, could I like focus them into a lock and then have like
there's an actual because what you can do is you can use your reaction to deal damage as a sports druid. That's what you can do. I think it's a D4, but at least at your level. Might be 2D4 at this point. I'm not sure. But yeah, and so this so
I'm
yeah.
sure Chris will tell us.
Chris, no,
Chris,
Lord Yamare, I didn't expect you to return with such company and with such a manner. And
bad bitches.
With
I just
such
choke on
company.
my
We're
water.
great company, actually.
That company.
I mean, we're pretty good.
I have my hands in my sleeves. I'm just standing there with Ari around my neck.
I just have my arms crossed looking at this guy.
and Draco.
Oh,
yeah,
does he look like a formidable guard or is it like a half-assed guard?
He's an elf. He's an elf.
So no, that's all you gotta say.
He's got a spear.
No. He's an elf. That's all I needed to know.
He's
I can
got.
take him.
is he
Yeah.
what
Worst comes to worst,
Woodies,
I can
or what do
take
we
him.
call them?
He is not an Oakheart, actually.
Okies.
He's not an Okie. He
Okies.
is not an Okie. Oakhearts are the guards of the Elven Empire. He is
Which
not.
we don't like.
He's not an Oakheart. He's wearing what looks to
Although
be leather armor, kind of brown leather,
I can take
with a green cloak, holding a spear.
I can do
Does
it.
he have Does he have gauntlets on?
If
worst comes to
tattoos
worst,
with this.
He doesn't have like gauntlet guns. He has like leather kind of.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
bracers.
whisper
cover his
whisper
hand.
into your conflict. I
For
can
if
see
worst comes to worst, he is just covered in metal,
He
right?
doesn't have cool things.
leather armor, buddy.
He has no
Why
good
is
tattoos.
everything covered in metal?
I can't take
Covered in
Because
metal.
people who fight with a spear usually aren't going to have a bunch of metal.
Do they
all over.
cover his hands?
Oh no.
Looking at his hands, he looks to be a wood elf. He is not a high elf, so he has more of a darker, olive skin tone with black hair.
I'm just
He's
focused on
Italian.
one particular part.
Italian.
I need
Fingernails?
Italian.
Exactly.
They're alright.
That I
They're
can
not
put on
great.
people and cast heat metal.
Well, I don't want to do that yet. I want to get up close and start looking at his
You
hands.
do want to?
I do.
Okay,
I want to
yeah.
kind of like weasel my way up and kind of just start looking at
Pushing
his
through the
hands.
crowd.
Like getting
gosh.
down, like he kind of is like.
Why did his
What?
color?
If you did this to a police
Who's
officer,
color?
you would be murdered.
You can change it whenever you want.
If you got real
What is-
close to their hands.
What is? Who?
Oh, he's Thatch.
Who
This is
are
him
you?
always.
Buford Bonnick to you,
Oh, yeah.
servant.
Not Thatch. Buford.
Draco kind of squints. And he
Wilfred.
says, "This is Bolton. He's one of the guards we have in our
You're
employ."
sniffing his fingers.
It has a name.
Bolton kind of like narrows his eyes, like looks at you. He says, yes, I have a name.
Charmed. I'm sure. I kind of, because I've been hunched over, just kind of back up to
And
my
he kinda-
full height.
Yeah, he's about 5'10", so he's like looking up at you. He's like,
You look like a scarecrow.
I'm gonna.
is he one of the ones you needed to? And Draco says,
Yeah, he's one of us.
yes, he's one of the ones. I've hired on all of them for our little
Hi.
problem. And Bolton
He
says,
didn't hire me directly. Just think, he could have got any other woodsman. How lucky.
yes,
How undoubtedly.
how lucky I am that a good thatch fell into my service.
I kind of turn my head to look at him as he says that. And look back.
He's not my friend.
No, I don't say anything. I just make a
But we all
deliberate
realize
kind
that
of look
we
at
all
him.
know.
Okay, yeah, deliberate look at him, cock the head, and then just look
That
back.
dear Buford decided to join us.
Mm.
Oh, my friend.
And Bolton says, Gaius is asleep right now. You want me to wake him up? You can take you the rest of the way in the coach. And Draco says, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. And Bolton kind of goes back into the little guardhouse on the side. And you hear just kind of a, what? And you see just kind of a rather elderly man kind of come out. Human.
The old man.
He's got
Why is it always the old men that have to drive the coaches?
he's got
Well, his
a
bare feeble legs can do nothing more.
I'm so thinking of Hunter x Hunter right now.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's got a pretty clean cut white beard, pretty short hair, but it's a little frazzled right now, and he's a little bit half asleep. He's got
His nap.
Master Draco,
Oh,
you've
nice.
returned with friends.
Yeah, best friends.
Elderly one, do you have any excess skin that you do not require?
I like to keep my skin close to me whenever I can help it.
I can tell that is not true. Look at you!
You're
You're
sagging,
practically
Can you
sagging.
afford a mirror?
sagging like a.
I'm sorry, where are my manners? Never mind.
Forget how
see-
My
excited I am.
manners are just a shut up.
I see, Lord Lamare, you've hired the best and the brightest.
I kind of just touched my chest.
Best.
Oh yeah, right.
Can I get anything off of these guys?
What do you want to get off of them?
Like my secret special.
I just want to get them.
Who is in his employ and do they have any bearing on
Roll
my-
a general Arcana check, I guess.
An average roll.
That's 15.
Whoa.
Yeah, you don't get any senses off of either of these two. Nothing out of the ordinary.
True
Just
neutral.
an
Are
elf
you
and a
Are you an
human.
intelligence based guy?
Two for plus my
Fair enough. All right.
Oh yeah, you're definitely charisma caster.
So you don't. Yeah, I don't get anything.
No.
Okay.
I just want to hold out my
All
hand.
three of us
and
are
just
charisma
let
casters.
This little
Yeah.
blossom kind
It's all
of
right.
It's a lot of
grow in the hand. I just want to hold it to the old man.
It's not a charisma.
Thank you.
Wait, I have
Thank you very much. He kind of takes it and looks at it. He tucks it into a little, and he's wearing as far as he looks like a coachman. He's
Yeah.
kind of wearing like a the jacket with the other thing. He tucks it into the little buttonhole. What kind of flower is it?
A lily.
He's got a lily.
Cute.
And he says, Bolton, open the gates, please. And Bolton kind of nods and moves around.
Who makes the coach guy sleep outside the gate? That seems
Well,
insane.
there's a little guardhouse.
Oh, okay.
And he goes and he swings it open, and Gaius moves back and
Off to the closet with you.
back behind
to
the
the
house.
Back to the closet
with
been here for 60 years.
He comes out.
Go outside. Sorry, keep going.
He comes out with. Thanks.
Bruh, you drink a lot of water.
I do drink a lot of water. He comes out with
Hydration.
a a
Hydration station.
decent sized coach. Like the box style. With the windows, and he says, "There should be enough space in there for you all. Just pile in. I'll get old Betsy going." And he sort of starts, rubbing down the
Thatch
horse.
is just sitting in the coach like.
Yeah, Thatch, it's a little scrunched for you.
Me too. How tall's the?
It's I mean, it's maybe 5 feet tall, but you're sitting in it.
Okay, so I'm kind of.
You're a little. It's a little tight.
I'm assuming it's very for batch for everyone.
Yeah. I'm 6 foot.
Yeah,
I'm fine because I'm a normal human.
you're just perfectly fine.
Just bullying.
Yeah.
Guys being dudes.
Just
We're just a
what's
bunch
better
of
than
guys.
this? Just guys being dudes.
Dudes being guys being dudes.
Dudes cannot be guys, actually.
All right.
While we're sitting in the coach,
I know. Yeah, he gets the coach moving. Is up on the front. Draco's in the back with you guys.
once the coach kind of starts going, my right leg starts to kind of twitch a bit and kind of starts to shake. So I just.
Do you not like
Not tight spaces.
I thought he didn't like tight spaces, and that's why
No,
he was
it's
fixing.
just he needed his fix. By the way, Thatch,
Yes.
you got anything cool, like functionally cool, like a trip adventure, a nice experience that you could offer me, my friend?
Through the herbs.
Through the herbs, of course.
Ah!
Yes,
He's looking
not
for
rat
drugs.
shit. Not rat shit, please.
You. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I have the bottled lycanthropy if you want that again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Okay.
That would be quite a trip.
That would be quite a trip. Honestly, nice one.
Why
Nice
else
burn.
would I save it?
Watch your drinks.
Yeah. But
All right. Well,
anyways. Yeah, I deserve that.
Going down, looking out the
I
window.
hold up my hand and just this little plant kind of grows in my hand.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, kind of
Yes.
going.
You
Yeah,
realize-
yeah.
Are you not going to eat it?
It's poison ivy. No, I'm just kidding. It is cannabis indicus.
Yes!
Northern Lights.
Northern
Cannabis
Lights cannabis indicus. That is exactly what it is. It is just
No,
a single leaf. of
It's
it.
marijuana.
It's a single leaf.
No, it's marijuana. I'm like, gonna hold
How much pot did you smoke?
one whole leaf, apparently.
So as you guys watching, you guys the
oh, that was from the last campaign.
that was from the last campaign. There was a potion that if they take, he didn't drink all of it, but if he taken all of it at once, he would have had perma-erection.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, that just falls off.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Erection.
That was fun.
Luckily,
So where we
they
going?
each drank half of it, so they were only.
And one of them was a
for like 4
dwarf that
days.
was like going nuts.
They had some disadvantages, but they had advantages attacking any enemies when
No,
a
it's
member of the
marijuana.
opposite sex was present.
Mm.
And we had a girl in the party, so it worked out perfectly.
But got really uncomfortable
Yeah,
a
true.
couple of times. Anyway, but yeah, looking at the windows that the grass is passing, it's much nicer than the area that you guys had left. And it wasn't anything bad before, but looking at, you can see you guys are traveling along one side of a road that's much nicer, and it's kind of crunching a little bit. You guys are going over what feels like gravel.
Is
And-
it forested like on either side? Like is it an estate almost?
Yeah, they're like, and it looks like they're, and there's a line of a line of trees kind of lining a center median, and then there's another road on the other side, coming back. You assume,
What's the coach guy's name?
Gaius.
Gaius.
Gaius, what's that?
Gaius is a very Roman name.
Gaius
Yes.
Julius Caesar.
No, there's something with Gaius.
Gaius.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys
I feel like
should
I'm asking
As
Edward,
if we're
I feel
just
like
are we just starting to drive?
And then looking out, you can see what looked to be, shrubbery kind of on the sides of the road.
Shrubbery, you say?
Like really nice.
A shrubbery.
They look well kept. I mean, yeah.
How do you spell?
We want another shrubbery.
Anyway, so shrubberies, we're going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Raj, but this looks like my father's estate.
So you're rich. Air.
It's really cool. I have it.
What do you call it?
It's
Island
right,
dells,
okay.
yeah. Those island dells hold a lot of land and some small measure of power.
And you left because
Yeah,
you
your
hate land and power.
Yeah, your parents are
No,
loaded and you
I kind of left for multiple reasons. Some of it was
Daddy issues. Yes. Got
partially yes, but then also just I disagreed with how my father was going about things.
it. Ah. So he's an insurance salesman.
Yeah.
You could say that.
He's a scumbag.
A banker.
A
So,
legalized
I mean,
criminal.
you could say that, but I mean, I'll go back. I'm just kind of on a quest right now.
Yeah, I'd kill to have rich
Yes.
living
He
parents.
kind of
That
wants
was
me to go out and see the world. It's kind of like a study abroad semester.
awesome.
I'm unfamiliar with that term.
Except your study abroad's gonna get you killed.
I think
Probably.
Laszlo
Yeah.
But
studied
those are the best
abroad.
kind of stories. So
It's a
I
sabbatical.
mean, yeah, the ones that get you killed.
Laszlo, are you studying abroad?
this is why Ari's here. He's kind of here to watch
said
out,
he studied
watch my
abroad.
back.
More of a
He doesn't
He sent
scare
me-
you.
He sent Ari with me.
So
So.
sweet.
One item.
You have a book.
Gaius
He's
is the
not
name of
studying abroad.
Merlin's caretaker.
That's
Merlin.
right.
Yes, I remember. It was killing me. So.
Anyway, I was talking. Who else was talking? Who else?
Sorry.
Just I'm saying keep it one at a time.
Yeah, so I was talking, and then did you
Well, I
want to speak?
studied at the university. But I'm currently on a sabbatical.
I'm unfamiliar with that term as well.
Studying or teaching?
Teaching.
How old
A
are
bit
you?
of both. A bit of both. I have my own reasons.
Vlad.
So a
How-
PhD major.
Go for it.
How old are you, Vlad?
About 50 years.
Human years.
I'm a habit.
Dragon years.
Not gonna correct him.
Gnome years?
Yeah.
50 gnome
How many human years?
50 gnome years old.
What?
Do gnomes die really young?
No, they live
No,
forever, which means
no.
50 is
Goblins and kobolds die, really.
No, they don't. Kobolds live to 120. They
My
just
apologies.
usually
You're
die.
right. Yeah, they usually.
Once again.
Chris, tell him he's wrong again.
Yes.
Oh wait. No, but like, like
Is it my dad?
the weird thing about kobolds have a longer lifespan than dragons.
Insurance is just legal crime. They scam Americans.
Fuck you.
Death to insurance. It's almost as bad as having a lawyer as a parent.
Thanks, buddy.
Don't make the DM mad.
You take 1d100 damage. I'll take the risk.
I'll take it.
I'm raging. It's fine.
Rolls a 3.
It's psychic damage.
No!
No! My one weakness, kryptonite.
I don't have a brain.
Anything
Alright, so we're at.
Are we just leaving then? We're
No,
off.
we're rolling. We're rolling down the gravel trail.
Rolling down the way.
We're only at
Bro,
five.
listen,
So
we
we
have
have
what?
what? Oh, so we're getting home by 2 horses.
There's a horse.
A horse?
Probably
It's a lot of weight.
Pretty fucking sturdy.
It's a lot of weight.
Imagine.
Big.
Maybe you can
Like
Craft horse.
Picture like the Budweiser horse.
Yeah, a Belgian.
Yeah.
A Belgian horse?
I don't know how to do that.
Old
but,
Betsy.
Possibly.
Oh,
Maybe like if he has
that's tank.
like narcissus flowers, maybe you just want some stuff.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Something like
You
that.
can read his personality off the flowers he likes.
I become very locked on reading
You go fetch.
the plants as we
Do there.
pass. I mean, well, also it's winter,
That's true.
so
How
Probably
many
won't get a
plants
lot.
you can see besides like fir trees?
Well, there's normal trees just with no leaves. Like the ones lying in the middle
Deciduous
are
trees.
like, yeah. They look like sycamores actually,
Academics.
which are rather easy to distinguish because of the nature of their bark.
And the gigantic size.
Is there a tulip tree?
Roll
Oh,
a nature check.
oh,
17-year-old, what is
There
it?
are no turtles.
It's 18.
There are no turtles.
damn it!
even if there were, they're not
You want a
in bloom.
tulip?
Tulip trees don't grow tulips.
You want a tulip?
What?
I'm
They're
alright.
flat. Wait, hold on. Those are different
Do
flowers.
you want a cannabis?
Hey,
So yeah, rolling down. It's about a 15-minute, car ride. You guys, just kind of.
I kind of leaned in. Gaius, how long have you been working here at this estate?
Gaius is outside. He's like.
Oh, he's up out.
Like coach style.
Gaius!
Actually, have to, like, put our heads out the window, like, yo, guys, what up?
And then I turn to Drake and I go, how long has Gaius been in your employ? Has he grown up here? Or?
He's his alpha.
Family friend?
Gaius has worked here since he was.
You never know.
I mean, he's human. He's been in my family's employ since he was in his late teen years. Though he's only been the coach for about 10 years.
Nepotism.
It's not indentured service.
His dad was the coach driver, and his grandfather before him. He received the legacy continues.
Filthy rich
My
man.
brother
And
before
his
him
son,
was named
and
Mary,
his
his
son,
father was named
and
Mary, and his father was named Craig. That's from Psych.
Oh my god.
It's like
Yeah,
movie two,
excellent,
this
interesting.
holiday.
Yes.
It's
It's quite a great
These are
man.
beautiful grounds.
Thank you. Yes, I tried to keep it in service. Our gardener does great work.
keep it 100.
Bailey is his name.
Baby the gardener.
Not that good.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure the shrubberies were actually like pristine.
I don't like not stop looking out the coach window. I just not that good.
Thank you for that observation, Patch.
He's something. He's vocal.
At least he's being honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no reason to lie.
I like that.
Not
Yeah.
Let's use that.
So yeah, going down.
Unless profit is involved.
What?
Unless profit is involved.
I'd like that.
Currency. I tried to sell him rat shit one time.
He did indeed. It was, though being terrible and shitty, kind of a good business practice.
Interesting.
Yep,
You lose nothing, gain everything.
exactly.
Well, except you lose a little bit of rat shit, but I'm assuming Thatch kind of values.
No, I have copious.
Yeah,
amounts.
okay.
I have an insane amount of red shit. Actually.
A ludicrous. I'm trying to get rid of it actively.
Yes. Why else
I
would I
actually
sell
can't
it?
get rid of it as fast as it comes to me.
Yeah.
There are rats living on me.
I can't
It's not exactly
product.
flying off the shelf.
Unless I throw it. Unless I throw it.
Unless I throw it off the shelf.
So yeah, but as you guys go down this road,
I'm gonna fish in my pocket for a finger and just kind of pick up my hat, put it on my head.
Yep, another of the fingers you took from.
And we hear a disgusting crunch from inside the hat.
Coming from inside the
I
hat.
pull out a chicken leg and hand it to Ari.
Yeah, Ari just kind of starts eating from it.
When
I'm gonna
we
look
turn
on
to
my
the
shoulder
circus.
for my familiar.
Why are we just
Oh yeah, don't
creeps?
go.
Why are we just Nobody asked you, Flan.
I didn't say it in my accent.
It was in character.
Oh.
Get
You just
metagame,
said that
bitch.
randomly, man.
I did.
Get
I just yelled it
Yeah,
out.
actually, I just said, nobody asked you, Vlad. I was sitting there
I just woke up from it.
I was like, what?
Yeah, but so as you guys continue down the road, like I said, 10 or 15 minutes, and this rather large house, a real nice manor, you could say, sort of rises up out of the woods, and
Are we still on his land?
Yeah.
So he has two houses on the land.
No, he has a
the
guard
first one was a
house.
guardhouse, like just by the
I
gate.
thought there was one on the hill and we were like up there.
No, it was just a kind of a low guardhouse where you guessed that Bolton and Gaius, stay.
Ramsey Bolton?
Not Ramsey Bolton. Fuck that guy. That man is worse than
Who's that guy?
Ramsey Bolton.
it's Game of Thrones.
Or
Worse
Ramsay
Joffrey.
Snow, you could say.
A show that I didn't watch.
Ramsey Bolton.
He becomes Bolton.
Yes. He was.
Anyway, but yeah, so it's a large stone house, and reaching the front, there's two sets of stairs that lead up to the front door. It's pretty elegant, and looking at it, it looks to be about 3 stories high. The closer, not the closer, the kind of you can see a tower kind of going up at the back. Other than that, it just kind of is made of gray stone. Looks really nice. There's windows on the first, second, and third stories, all kind of facing out towards you. Most of them seem to be curtained. Pretty decently
Yeah, it
sized.
reminds me of that father's estate.
Only much.
Oh,
It's about on par with your family's manor.
Wow.
I rented a smaller house like this once, and then we were bankrupt for a bit. But then it was fine because we,
when you say we,
well, me and my,
you mean like You were bad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've never had a house.
I liked your cave. It was quite nice.
Thank you. That's not my homestead, though. We lived in teepees, so it's
Cool.
Me as well.
common
I mean-
ground.
He's like, I'm in. I did it.
Garage in his head.
Drudge is like,
Wait, teepees when you're a little kid sounds kind of nice, though, right? Like, you get to see the stars all the time and not, like, I don't know, dust or...
Did you grow up in a city?
Dude, not growing up in a city,
do
no.
you know how big I was as a child?
I also don't know that.
Did you have your own teepee?
I did not.
I
shared it with all
my siblings. It was this big.
I apologize. I don't know how that feels.
Oh, yeah. No, I actually remember something similar.
Well, you'll all have plenty of space here.
No,
Fantastic.
This is our house?
Well, this is where.
Or still, sorry, this is where we
this is where
stay.
we're
This is
staying.
our house.
You have a place where I can work.
Well, I assume you'd want to take,
You can work out in
a
the
day
gardens,
off
make it a
after
little
last
bit
night.
Yeah, I think that would be
You can
nice.
stay the night. Begin tomorrow morning.
Fantastic.
Do we have horses we could rent or borrow?
Neither
I have
do
stables behind the house.
Of course you
It
do.
is simply my
We have
obligation.
8 horses.
Of course
That
you
is
do.
all.
No, I will say I don't really think they will take to either of you very well.
Okay.
Well, him maybe with his little beast proficiency that he's
He's
using.
my ambassador to horses.
But he doesn't. It's cool.
I speak horse
See?
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but
and
you would be a
stag.
little fearsome to
The
the
horse.
beasts.
The ponies.
I have never eaten horse.
They don't know that.
They would.
I can tell them.
I've eaten a horse.
See?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you get
Stereotype.
hungry when you're out on the road, and we had like 3 of them.
And you stereotype me.
I mean, we had to.
Racist.
I mean, one of our
I'm
members was
I'm
an
trying to
orc
be in
and
the
he
mind
died.
of a
Okay.
horse. It's not exactly.
I can be in the mind.
Let him continue.
All right. Well, what time is it there? Hereabouts?
Right
Yeah,
now it's
keen
about
mind.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
I want the
What
clock
time?
to tell me.
Exactly.
12:53.
It's 12:50.
That was not in character, so I don't know.
Well, it was 12:53.
Or you said what?
All right.
Perfect.
And as you guys,
Do we do anything before we just crash? Are we gonna hang out? Do you have a pool?
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
winter.
Is
Oh,
there
it's
a
a
dungeon
it
area?
could be an indoor pool.
Very
a
fair.
dungeon area.
A bathhouse.
I'd love to see that like slip a
There's a
bikini over that like
wine
black
cellar.
leathery number.
Right, very good.
Exactly.
Swine cellar?
Wine.
Oh, they said swine cellar. I was like, that's fucked. Pigs in the
Ooh.
You have a room where I can work with the, chemical set.
No.
Actually, I do.
No.
And
Do you have a-
I will be residing there for the next hour
Well,
or so.
Okay, well, I'll bring you in and show you all around, and you'll probably run into the staff. And
But you don't have a
Do you have a library?
That's fine.
I do.
Ooh, you have a library?
Most of the top floor is
Library just-
library.
Oh, fantastic.
And
Kids
we
don't
will
know the
pause
Yo, what
for
is
a
going on
break,
with the color
kids.
up there?
Sounds good.
So we
Jared,
will
what's going on
be.
with the color on the TV?
It's just the nightlight setting. It's okay.
Oh,
So,
excellent.
Yeah, we
We're
will.
going on break.
We'll be back in 10,
Yeah,
15
Hopefully
minutes.
we'll attack something soon.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I kind of like this weird.
I'm liking the